Okay, I've now got Mike Gray on the other end of this technology here. You're a bass player with Torino, is that correct, Mike?
That's right, Donald. Yeah, I am.
And I've had the great pleasure of seeing you and your four colleagues playing a blinding set in the Volunteer Hall in
Oh,
Galashiels on
were you
Sunday
there?
night.
Were
Oh,
you there?
oh, I was there. Not nothing to do with you. To be
Oh,
honest,
right. Okay.
Mike, I would have been. I would really secretly have loved Easter Street to have won the vote, but you won the vote, uh, and good. No disrespect there, but as soon as I heard that Sandy was coming to Galashiels, I just had to go. Sandy is just tremendous.
Yeah, she was very good.
And it was. I found it quite interesting because the last time I saw her up in King Tut's, it was an electric set, and the whole ambience of the night was just so different with that acoustic set up with the cajon instead of the drum kit and the keyboard playing like a piano and that. It was just it was great, and it was such a good turnout.
No, it was very very good for
I
Gala.
mean,
I mean,
I
we're
mean,
we're, we're really grateful for Bill for putting the whole thing on and for having the opportunity to gather our online army to get votes in. So it was good.
yeah, yeah. As I say, I mean, yeah, I mean, having seen you playing live, you deserve to be there. I actually think that there's so many great bands in the Borders that we could have a whole night just showcasing Borders talent. But that's maybe something for Bill to think about.
Very possibly.
As you say, Bill did a tremendous job to try and get people out, and on a Sunday night as well. It's not the best of evenings to get people out and about and to see sort of live music. But yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
A lovely night, and good to hear you out there. How do you feel that night went as a band and as an individual person, of course, as well?
Um, well, I, the constituent parts of Torino have been kind of playing in bands for very many years. I mean, we're all getting on a bit now, to be honest. And even saying that, I mean, we were understandably nervous. It was quite funny. We actually did the thing, like Madonna does ahead of going on stage. So we all stood there and put our hands together and thought, well, come on, let's go and do this. It's quite an occasion if you catch
Of course, yeah.
the meaning of it. So we were nervous, but having said that, I think about 2 seconds into it, we realised that we were getting a reasonable response out of the crowd, and we just went for it in our usual inimitable style, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think you're the bass player, you say,
Yeah.
and you seem to be far more animated, shall I say, than the rest of the band.
I'm
Who
more right, but
is
that's
is
because
that not
I've
is
got
that normal? Is it?
well, that's because I've got the least complicated job to do. I think
Uh,
it comes with the territory.
so you say, but every band needs a good bass player.
Well, I've
Uh,
often said it's the most important instrument, obviously, but I mean, I think I'm probably one of the smallest bass players you'll ever see. I mean, the instrument looks, absolutely ginormous on me.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's great. Yeah, I play the bass. Adam plays the drums. He's my partner in crime.
right.
He's the bassist of any reasonable band that's having a good rhythm section.
Of course, yeah.
We've got Stu on guitar. He's a very, 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 very good guitar player, and all the complicated bits necessitates that he kind of stands in one spot. And
Yeah.
we've got Jay, who's a brilliant guitarist as well. And again, he's got quite a lot of effects and stuff to operate, so he kind of stands in one spot. And you've got Paul at the front, and Paul, by nature, tends not to run around the stage
Right.
and just growl at people. But it's
But yeah, you all, yourself aside, I can't actually say an awful lot about the drummer because he was hiding behind all the kit. But yeah, the two guitarists and the singer did seem to be very serious and intent on delivering a great performance, which they did. And you, as I say, were a bit more animated and seemed to be thoroughly enjoying yourself out there. And
I was enjoying myself. I guess
yeah,
somebody needs to give us a bit of something to look at, I guess.
yeah, it was good. So that was Sunday night,
Hmm?
and is how does that gig compare with other previous gigs that you've done with regard to size of audience and so on?
It's been a bit of a mixed bag in the last 12 months. We concentrated on recording our EP, which is on iTunes if anybody wants to buy it. And then we decided, because we all work, etc., let's try and take it out on the road as much as we can. So we've played up in Edinburgh, we played up in Glasgow. The audiences in Edinburgh have been pretty good. Most of the people we don't know that come to see us, we've been pretty well received. Glasgow was highly entertaining. We played a great gig up there with a touring Canadian rock band called Burning the Day. They were a lot of fun. We've played Stowed Out last year, the inaugural Stowed Out. That was a good laugh.
Right, and I believe you and Rebecca McHugh are going back to Stowed Out this summer, yeah?
Yeah, we've been invited back, and it's great because Chris and the crew at Stowed Out are a great bunch of lads, and it's a very well put together, well organised little local thing.
Yeah, there seemed to be. I wasn't at the Stowed Out thing last summer, but I met.
Well, you should get yourself down this time.
Yeah, I met Chris just a couple of weeks back when they put Plum on in the Stow Town Hall, and I was speaking to Chris on Sunday night there, and I certainly intend to get myself up to Stowed Out this summer. It's just at the end of the school summer holidays, if my memory serves me correct.
It is. It's on Saturday,
mid-August, early August, right? Yeah.
And on the main stage, you've got us. You've got a band from Edinburgh. Can't actually pronounce their name properly, but they're in for Scottish Album of the Year. You've got Fat Lips, who are one of our brilliant local cover bands. You've got the Stark Palace, which includes Mr. Richard Crawford, who owns the Indigo Rooms, etc. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, no, I certainly intend to get up there. I don't know for how much of it, but I'll do my best, and I'll certainly look forward to it. But that's a bit further ahead. But you've got another gig tomorrow night in is it the Reaver Bar in Galashiels?
Yeah, in Reaver's Sports Bar.
Reaver's Sports Bar. I apologise to the guys there. I'm not a Gala resident, you see. I'm not that well versed in all the names there.
I guess you could say Reaver's Sports Bar's like one of the true rock venues in Gala. So
I need to get myself along there then, I think.
Well, they've got a load of bands on. There's no doors, it's free. So anybody that couldn't come along to Sandy Tom because she costs money should come down to Reaver's and see us. We reckon the first band's going to be on about 9:30, so it's quite a late start. And we're playing with a marvellous This Wooden Idea, and they're really good. They're from Hoyk. So you get two bands for the price of nothing, and then we'll be on doing our full set, because what you saw at Sandy Tom was only half of what we're likely to play.
Yeah, of course, you get a limited time on stage with a setup like that, so it's well worth checking out. So if you're in Galashiels tomorrow night, get yourself along to Reaver's Sports Bar just after 9 o'clock when things will get set in motion. The Cable Telegraph is the name of your most recent EP.
That's right.
There was one other one that I found online as well with a couple other tracks. But have you got any plans for anything in the future to come out?
I think we're going to look seriously at sticking another bunch of songs together this year. Quite an expensive process, but we've got some good connections now with some sound people, including all from This Wooden Idea, who's going to go on to do his master's degree in sound engineering. So we're hopefully going to connect him with those guys and try and get some of our newer stuff down. So that should be interesting. And we'll bang it on iTunes and give it to the world, and free as usual.
Good stuff. And I have been kind of everything's just been going flat out since Sunday. I did find the Cable Telegraph and that other EP that the name still escapes me, but I haven't yet done any searches for videos. Are there any videos of you out there?
Yeah, we've got we've got two videos actually. We've got a video for the song Float that's off the Cable Telegraph EP, and that's on YouTube. So if you just YouTube for Torino Float, you'll find that. And we've got an earlier tracks video on there as well. You YouTube again for Torino I Know How This Ends. That's another track, and we'll be playing that one on Friday night. So there's a couple of things in there. They're a bit black and white, and they're a bit surreal, but they're pretty interesting.
That's good. I think it always adds a little bit extra character to the music when you can get a chance to see the video stuff along with it as well. I think we do kind of live in a multimedia age when people seem to want more than just the one sort of delivery of stuff. So that's good. Yeah. Any plans for future videos in line, or?
We're always looking for creative ways to get product out there, if you like. It's been great in the last couple of years. There's been a whole rash of of self-publishing stuff that you can do. And we work through a company called CD Baby. Find them on the internet, and they do digital distribution for you. And back when we were doing this, when we were running around with short trousers and stuck in a van and going up and down the 87 to Edinburgh, you had to record things on a tape and post it away to record companies and all that kind of stuff. And things are just so much more widely available. One of the weirdest things, of course, is like going anywhere that's got an internet connection and typing in the cable telegraph, and you can get it on anything. You can get it on Xbox, you can get it on your phone, you can get it on a tablet, you can get it on any PC. It's on iTunes, it's on Last FM, it's on Spotify, it's on just about anything, and it's amazing.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier the wonders of technology, and it really is. It's just it takes a bit of getting my head round, because I'm kind of old school, I remember
vinyl, yes.
I remember. Well, I've got plenty of vinyl in the house and cassettes and mini discs and so on. But I can remember a time when we didn't have PCs. In my fifth year at high school, we had a bus trip when we went from Stirling to Glasgow, and we saw a computer.
Really?
And it was like, we were standing in the room looking through this glass wall, and there was all these big banks of spinning discs, and it's just so incredible to think what's happened in the space of time that what we now have. I just can't begin to imagine what will be like in another 10, 15, 20 years. It's just
it all adds up to bands being able to publish their stuff with a greater ease.
Yeah, and I think you've got to be confident to just sort of get out there and make the most of every opportunity and every digital platform that's available.
Completely agree.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Mike. I don't know if I'll be able to get to Gala tomorrow night, but I'll do my best. But I certainly wish you all the best anyway. It was great to see you on Sunday night there, up on the stage in the Volunteer Hall in Galashiels. And if not in the Reaver Sports Bar tomorrow night, I do certainly intend to be up at Stoudout in August. So, as I say, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for giving me a bit of an insight into yourself and Torino's work, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Okay, thanks very much, Donald.